All right, let's get into it. Fred, Whitty, and now we've added Reese to this.
Yes, sir. Hello.
Reese, welcome to the show. I mean, we've had, I think, 4 times now.
Three
or 4.
Yeah. Something like that.
You guys have been on many times. You want to just get that one by you?
Goodness gracious.
You guys have been on many times together.
Yeah.
Bronte was like, oh, it's so cool you guys, do this so often. I'm like, yeah, it's nice because it's not an interview. We can just hang out.
Yeah.
I don't have to, try to, dig into the same stuff every time. So...
I've seen the shop.
Welcome.
I wouldn't have guessed you had this whole gig going on back here. This is a pretty cool setup you got built out here.
My secret little room. Thank you.
Yeah.
And you are the newest member of 1320, maybe. I don't know if there's more people in the back.
For video crew. Yeah, for video.
Newest voice being heard when filming. You're the Mustang guy, so...
Yep.
He gives us a lot of Mustang knowledge when we're at trips and or on at events on trips and stuff like that. And this is like a full year.
This is Immokalee this time last year.
Yeah.
This
So
was
this is
first
officially he's been with us.
Happy
one full
anniversary.
year. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're from Florida.
Yes, sir. Yeah. Just Tampa area.
On Christmas Day, did we see each other? Christmas Eve?
Yes. Yeah. We found out he's got family right down the street from where my parents are at.
really?
Yeah.
We were up in
in the Fox Body.
an hour north of here, and this Fox Body pulls up, and I roll down CJ's window, and I'm like, oh, CJ, look, there's a car. And it's like a red Fox Body with an exhaust, so I was like, oh, cool.
Yeah.
And lo and behold, he pulls up right next to me at going to my grandma's house.
Nice.
But you guys are here again for North versus South?
Yeah, we just filmed that last night.
How did it go? Was it safer this time?
Yeah, there was 0 issues.
So they did test hits the night before.
Yeah.
And apparently 50 cars came out for test hits. So they put down a good amount of rubber, and I'm assuming that helped quite a bit. That and people maybe realizing, hey, this is a no prep. Maybe we shouldn't give it all of it first round, first pair down or anything.
It was pretty sticky. I went up to the start line right when we got there, and Mike had me go over and we talked to the track owners to be like, hey, we're gonna be here and shooting and all that. And the track owner's like, you want me to go drag it? And Mike's like, let me go check. And he walks out there and he comes back. He's like, can you do anything to make it worse? He's like, that is sticky, dude. He's like, Woody, you're going to see some wheelies, I guess. And so, yeah, there's really nothing happened at all other than this Miata spun out in the middle. He didn't hit any walls or anything, but, the start line was sticky.
Yeah, nothing wreck related. Normally, Immokalee is good for that because the service is so bad down there. And I don't know why it's a no prep. Don't put all of it in first round. Or first pair, especially. The first 3 pairs, and he said this in the driver's room, the first 3 pairs for the past 2 years, there's been a bad wreck.
Yeah.
This year, we didn't see a single one. So
Yeah, your thumbnail of that truck on its side, I think got T-boned on its side type of thing.
And that guy, so I saw that kid at the driver's meeting. I found out that was a brand new car that he had just built. That was his first pass in that truck when he got hit.
It's rough.
And the guy that has the ugly duck has an S10 or had one in his backyard, and as soon as he got wrecked and he was okay, he's like, hey, go pull the S10 out of that's yours now. The kid was 18 and wrecked his car, and he had never done a pass on it.
Yeah.
Invested all that money. So
yeah, that was a rough one with the glass breaking and everything like that.
oh yeah, but apparently he came back with a faster car.
Oh, good.
So yeah.
Questionable, but yeah.
Yeah. The wreck wasn't his fault.
Yeah.
He got wrecked into.
Yeah, he got crashed.
Yeah.
It's just funny.
Yeah, those photos, I actually have the whole series. It's in our book, the 1320Video Shutter and Speed. And it's got the whole series where it's you can see the kid in the red truck. I had just talked to him, and like Fred said, he just got it together. And then the gray truck had gotten quite a bit out of the groove and stayed in it. And you can see the tire mark. And it just kicks sideways and goes straight into this kid. And I got the moment where the glass was shattered, but all the pieces were still in the air, and it was crazy. And then at the very end, the second the kid gets out, he had just got wrecked into, he goes and runs to make sure the other dude's okay. So, that says a lot. Pretty cool kid.
Powerful moment. I remember that.
I meant to ask, did I make it in the book?
I'm not sure.
That's Woody's department. Did he make it in the book?
Where would I have seen you?
I think Sick Week, the 25, 20, yeah.
24.
No, well, this was just 20.
Oh,
The book was for 20.
Yeah.
the book's for 24.
And I don't think you were at 24.
Yeah. It came out halfway through last year.
Hey, you might be able to make this year's book.
I don't race enough, so I'm not mad about it. But I was a little I wonder if I made it in the book. I didn't hear anything, so I was probably not.
Why didn't you buy a book and find out?
Because
Why didn't you
I
support
don't know
your
how
friends?
to read.
It's a good thing it's mostly pictures.
No,
What's your excuse?
I wanted to verify if I was in it before I bought it.
Oh,
That's honestly seems to be what it is. It's like if someone's in the book, before I'm done with the conversation, they'll show me their phone screen and they have bought it. But it seems like that if they're not in the book, people just don't want photos of cars that aren't theirs, I guess. I mean, it's every event from the entire year.
It is a really cool book.
No, I do want the book. I've been meaning to buy the book. I have not because I kept wanting to see if I was in the book yet. And
Didn't make the cut this year. Sorry.
I mean, you never know.
it was
Might
like the
be.
yearbook. I never did any like extracurriculars.
There it
I
is.
never even got my senior year yearbook. They were like, "Oh, it's $80." I was like,
It
"No,
is like a
thanks."
year. You do put together like a yearbook.
Yeah, and
That
I'm
is
getting
kinda
everyone
funny.
to sign it, which is the fun part.
That is cool.
Everybody so like I'm going to all the events and everything, and if I can see that person again, I'm just like, hey, can I have your autograph? And they're like, oh wow, I'm in a book.
You got a couple at Immokalee.
Yeah, I got 3 of them there, so
you
that's
go.
cool.
including the kid that got wrecked into.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
He's like 18, never signed anything.
Yeah, I bet he like saw that. And he's like, "Oh, this is an interesting thing to be signing," but it wasn't his fault, so it's not like it wasn't bad.
Has anybody been like annoyed about being in the book? Maybe like in a negative.
Everyone's, like,
like
hyped.
some people might be like, "You sold a book where I was crashed in."
Oh no, yeah, no one's had any issues. It's actually been kind of nice. The people that I'm showing the book to, I'll bring it to races. They'll sit down and they'll look through every single page, and I'll be sitting there and I'm like, dang, thank you. And they're like, yeah, this was sick. And if you look at it and you have it in your hands, you're like, yeah, this is pretty cool. But
I've been meaning to add one to like the table right here.
Yeah.
I feel like would be perfect. And
there you
kind of
go.
have mostly junk in here, so it'd be nice to have not junk
Yeah.
a little bit.
I think Woody could probably find one in the warehouse and ship it to
yeah,
you.
that would be a good idea.
Is there like more? Are they available still?
Yeah,
Or
They
is
are
this-
available on 1320video.com.
Yes.
I'll get you one.
How many pages was in that thing?
189.
And then there's like 6 photos on some pages, right?
Yeah, so here's the thing. It wasn't just like an app where you dropped a bunch of photos into. It was I watched
Wasn't
the sun.
Shutterfly where you
No,
just got-
I taught myself in design, and I had to create all these margins and everything. And I worked with a publisher, and I did everything. I placed all these photos, and it's like if a person is on this side of the book, he's looking into the middle. He's not looking this way because I wanted to keep your attention in the middle. Like it's that thought out. If
Yeah.
there's black and white or there's color, like everything is so specifically placed. Like if the photo's in a spot, it's there for a reason. So I mean,
That's cool.
Go
Like
check it out.
perspective was like an important part of it. And like,
Yeah.
it actually is like an artistic
Yeah.
attempt at something, not just like a money grab of like,
It's-
we just
no.
threw a Shutterfly book together
Exactly.
and
No,
called it a day.
Yeah, this was like a real publisher and everything.
This is like a coffee table book that
Yeah,
you can have on your
hardback.
table for years. And like we could do a calendar, but then it's good for a year. It's only 12 of his photos, and this has hundreds of his photos.
Yeah.
And you can keep it forever.
And the plan is like a yearly one.
That's what the plan is, yeah. And, obviously we'll have to figure out how everything goes. But this is pretty cool because it's by event. So you can kind of follow the year and everything. It's every event we went to.
Is it all drag racing events, or is there also
It's
like
all of our events,
the
like even
obscure-
Alaska.
Yeah, Alaska.
Car
Yeah,
launch?
like you'll be able to see cars getting launched off a cliff. You'll be able to see no preps, street racing. I mean, everything.
That's cool because
So
I was wondering if there was like the obscure truck stuff in there.
Oh,
like,
every single event that I went to, which was like all of them. So
I gotta say, in the year, Alaska definitely one of my top 3 trips
Yeah.
of the year. There's nothing like hearing a car hit the ground from a 300-foot cliff. There's nothing like it.
and feeling it
I
like in your chest, it hits the ground. It's just like boom.
with 6,500 people all lined around to watch at the bottom.
yeah, are they running out of space? It seems
They are.
They
Yes.
are, but they're moved things around to make it still usable. I wasn't there this last year. Reese
So-
went in my place, but
Yeah, this year was rather. So I mean, I'm sure you saw the photos. A whole bunch. Okay, like 100 foot of shoreline washed away. Like genuinely, so much. Well, while we were there, just that day, 10 feet of the shoreline washed away. Like they had a flag set up, and then they had the shoreline, and I was walking through it, and people are there. At the end, it was at the flag. Literally 10 foot washed away in a day.
what's wild is like we have to wait to see if they do it every year now because they already put up the event page for it. You can already buy tickets to it. So I'm guessing it's a go.
And the thing is, they said for the future that one of the biggest worries is where they launch those cars off the cliff on top. That's Glacier View Resort. Arnie owns it. He runs it and everything.
It's his actual house and shop.
But-
where this is happening at.
Down the cliff where you'd say, oh, let's just move it down. Those are separate private residences that are unaffiliated. So there's no way to move it down. So it's like, and they can't alter the river because of environmental. It's, I don't know.
Do you think any other state you could even pull this off? Like,
No.
Any other state would allow you to?
Probably
I mean,
not.
damn near. I saw I think it was a 3.6 Pentastar in the river, like rolled out of the car and like was like a foot from the river.
There's a pond there. Okay, there's a pond, and then there's land, and then there's the river.
Yeah.
So these cars, if they go,
You know.
This last year, it wasn't a pond anymore, Fred. I'm sorry to say. The river had actually gone into it. It was just a small inlet. Like, it had that much land washed away.
Listen, I'm not gonna flex on you here, Fred, but I've seen that video probably 800 times
his
because
kid watches.
CJ was obsessed with that for so long. Anytime he took my phone, it was that video. So I had it memorized, like when cars were coming and what was actually interesting, where to skip through to like when it was like.
They got those cars out of the water that day. Like, by the time we were leaving, all the cars were piled up. They get that stuff cleaned up pretty quick.
I never thought about our demographic switching to small children when it comes to smashing stuff.
Get
That's
this.
probably where most of our views are coming from on those videos.
There's a kid I went to in high school who I have not talked to since high school. I'm 32 now. And he hits me up on Facebook and sends me the link to our video from Alaska and says, my kid will not stop throwing his toys off of everything now because he's obsessed with your video.
That I will say that is the one trip that and War in the Woods probably are the
great
two that when people come up to us at events and saying, "Are you guys going this year? Are you guys going?" Or "I love your guys' coverage of this one." Those two of the highest viewed videos we do all year. But
My first War in the Woods definitely broke me in.
oh yeah,
You almost died.
We can get into that if you want.
Did you see
I
that?
want to hear.
Uh,
Was it the Grand National?
Yes. Yeah. Black Regal.
it wasn't a Grand National.
A Regal.
It was a G body, but
Yeah.
yeah.
So this was 3 months getting into working here, and I'm on the stripe at War in the Woods, right side of the track,
Yep.
and we're in the hard tire class, which is slower cars. Luckily,
Slower
that's what we
cars.
needed.
Less
And,
traction though.
Heavier cars.
I mean, like 450-ish foot out, this Regal makes a hard move to the left, tries to correct it, darts right across the entire track, and I'm standing on a step stool, maybe 1.5 foot away from this guardrail, and this thing's coming. The trajectory is me, 100%. And as I'm leaping off of this step stool, the camera's still pointed at the car, and you can see the guardrail compressing into the front end of the car as it's pointed at me.
Did you make eye contact with him? Like you were both like,
Like,
gonna
go that
happen.
way.
If you watch the video, you would think that there was some magical thing that happened. The way that he didn't get hit and his step stool was dented in, like, dude, it was
If he-
crazy.
Where I was standing got wiped out. The
If he
step
wouldn't
stool
have,
had paint
if he wouldn't have
taken off.
jumped out the way and just
Done.
stood there,
Done.
he got it. He would have got hit. Had at least a broken leg and probably been thrown in the ditch over there. The car ended up on top of the rail on fire.
Yeah.
And Reese, that happened. Then he filmed, and then it caught fire, and then he walked up to it, and he just kept working. It was then after that happened, I walk up to him, I was like, "You all right?" And he's like, "Yeah." I'm like, in my head, in the back of my head, I was like, "He's probably a little in shock, and this could be the last trip that Reese comes on."
peak
Reese
adrenaline.
could be like, "Oh, this is what it's like." I don't know if I want to do this anymore, but
And with something I noticed in the video, because there's so many angles of it, one of the other scary parts is, so this car would have, put him in the hospital or killed him. I mean, it was unbelievable how it didn't even touch him. But the guardrail gets hit, okay? And as Reese is spinning around and walking away, this guardrail releases all its tension and goes wham! Slaps the ground this far behind Reese's head as he's stumbling away. And then he turns around and is filming. And I saw that from another angle, and I'm like, he almost died twice. It was actually
there was
fucking
2 attempts
insane.
to get you there.
Well, what's crazy about it
Just
is
crazy.
that track at Brown County, it only had one high guardrail before that weekend. They put up a second for that event.
yeah.
Should probably change the outcome of things a little bit, but
Were the guardrails correct? Have you ever seen that guy on TikTok or Instagram that he goes around to guardrails in highways and he's like, "This one's wrong. I've told the county 16 times."
Okay,
because they
well,
overlap
we
them
gotta hire
wrong.
Well, don't send
They have
this-
to be overlapped
don't send this guy to Brown County because like that place is it's a drag strip that was like asphalt poured out of the back of a truck in the middle of a forest. Like that's what we're talking about here.
Yeah.
There's grass between the lanes.
You're racing down a sidewalk.
You
is what I
are
would
racing
say.
down a Well, I walked it off once.
Yeah.
The NHRA.
There you go.
You have to have each lane needs to be 32 feet wide for an NHRA, like the big tracks or whatever. And I went to I think the widest part of the track,
You went
and I
from wall
walked
to
across
wall.
it, and that wasn't even 32 feet.
And that
Wall-
includes
and
the
for
grass,
both-
the whole
the
distance.
concrete,
both lanes.
everything.
Yeah.
And I was like, it's just got to be wild, especially at night. It's got to be a wild place to do a hit. It really does.
Well, it's easier to film when you get the cars a little closer. You know, it's hard when
yeah,
they're so far
it's all
apart.
about the media and what we need.
I think it's one of my favorites because it's an equalizer. You're the most expensive car, the baddest setup's not winning you the race. You have to have the best team, the best car, the best
You gotta be
driver.
able to tune.
You have to everything. I mean, it is like you're just driving the shit out of those cars. It is wild, and I love it because there's so many races. We got to go back and look at the slow mo. I mean, it is one of the best races.
It really
with
is.
the best vibes of the whole year.
It's the most excitement. I'm always excited to go to it, even though I know it's going to be long because we filmed every pass of that event. It's every single pass. Not every pass makes it into the video, but we're filming every single
because
pass.
you don't know what's going to happen.
We have no idea.
Yeah.
Because any pass could be a wild thing. You know, every single pass. Those are the two events, though. The Alaska and those are the two. Oh, I loved your video from Alaska. I hear that so many times. I love Brown. I love War in the Woods. I want to go to Brown County. It's like, come on out.
Do you get a little bit of PTSD when you see like a Regal in the starting line?
Probably the first couple pairs of like a cash days you probably do.
The
Just
rest
a
of that
Regal.
day, I mean, I stuck to it. I went and found a nice, cozy pole the rest of the day. But
Yes.
every time cars launched, I had this like total anxiety. I didn't know if I was gonna have problems sleeping. Like I didn't know how it was gonna go, but I'm chilling. I'm still here. We're having a great time. I'm
One
doing
year
good.
in.
We've all had those experiences where it's
Yeah.
just like it was. Yeah, I had a wagon that with a LTD wagon with a Mustang front end on it come at me just like that at the end of like a street
Yeah.
for a street legal race, but it was on a real road, but I had concrete in front of me, not a guardrail. It was like a Jersey divider the guy
Big
hit.
fan of concrete. I appreciate
Yeah.
concrete now.
He likes concrete.
Concrete's nice. And especially like even those water-filled ones, not enough.
No, you'll just get wet and hurt.
They just made all the South Georgia walls taller. Like they just like poured on top of the existing wall like an extra like foot
I
and a
didn't
half.
know that.
It was pretty interesting to watch. They like built like wooden structure to like pour just higher up. I'm like, oh, pretty nice doing that, especially because Georgia got some flying cars at times.
I've been to some tracks like in Qatar Racing Club. At the starting line, I swear the wall is like 4 feet tall. So like there's no sit. You'd have to jump to sit on the wall. And then at the finish line, after the finish line, I swear the wall goes up to like 7 feet.
Oh wow,
It's wild down over there. It's a really, really nice track.
that's everything I've seen is really nice facilities over there.
Yeah, and the wall, like at the starting line, I said 4 feet high, probably 18 to 24 inches wide at the top, and then it gets wider at the base. That's at the starting line, and then it's all the way down.
Woody, have you almost been hit by a car? We didn't get your getting hit by a car story.
I don't think like fast. I mean, I was at War in the Woods, and it was when Fred and I covered the race. I think it was a 24-hour race. I think that was the one.
Yeah.
But I was down on the big end, like filming finish line, and then Fred's like, we were filming almost everything. Fred's like, you don't have to film this one. And so I was like, whatever, I'll take photos of this one. And so I got my phone out to do a story, and I took a video, and then I had my camera going. And this silver Mustang just absolutely obliterates this black Trans Am, I think. I think it was a Trans Am. Just destroys it. And then the silver Mustang just comes over and just slowly rolls directly in front of me. But I got the photo, and I think that was the thumbnail because there was a lot of other crashes too, but I wasn't taking photos because I had to do video. And then the video obviously was just stop right in front of me. I don't know. I've had some things happen. I've had crashes happen, but nothing to where like I'm scared for my life or anything. I think I was at World Cup finals once, and a GTR spat a turbo wheel out in front of me. It hit like on the concrete wall, chipped a little piece off and spun for a while, but I never had like a car like he almost literally died.
Like almost a full blown car.
And the blue
on your lap.
Yeah, and the blue wagon that was coming at him. I mean, some dude like yanked him back, and it knocked over the barrier in front of him, I think. And I mean,
where do you think on the track is the most dangerous spot to stand?
right before the
What
finish
distance?
line.
Yeah, finish line.
Right.
Probably.
I didn't know if like maybe you saw him like 330 start to go or like.
I'd
There's
say
not enough mile an hour.
No,
yet.
there's not enough mile an hour to be scared at that point. If you're at the 330 and he's coming at you, he's not going fast enough for you to be worried about him coming through the fence.
yeah.
If you're at the big end and he's getting squirrely, but you can tell like he's going to try to stay in it to win this thing, that's when it can get sketchy.
When we film at quarter-mile tracks, I don't even go to the quarter-mile mark because when you're well over 200, there's no movement you can make at any point. There's nothing you can do.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm like probably 800 foot for what we're filming out there, and then still get plenty of speed at that point. I'll tell you what.
I like going to the stripe at quarter mile for stuff. Because it's like it's a wild experience, especially like at World Cup last year. I was at the stripe when Garrett went through at 260. That was wild because like you pan and then you see
Sounds
260
crazy.
and it's just like, and I get
Sure.
it, like you don't want to stand like I'm not going to stand there all day. That would just be dumb, especially with the cars there. And I've never seen a car go over been through a wall. I've never seen one go over a wall.
Yeah, I think one knocked down a wall at World
Yeah, Honda.
Yeah. Pretty
Yeah,
impressive,
I've
honestly.
seen a lot of walls.
But at the stripe at that race for like the big guys is really cool to experience those cars going so fucking fast by you.
Minnesota, Cash at the Creek, we saw one go over the wall.
They were short walls. Yeah, it did.
It
But-
ended up over in like the ditch grass area where all the people would have been.
I feel like a lot of them at World Cup, because they know there's that sand there, they try to make it to the sand at least.
Yeah.
Like if things are going wrong or like brakes going out, they don't like end up doing something stupid where they have to try to shed speed. Like, because sometimes they just have to literally do that just to shed the speed.
Yeah,
of
they'll
their
try to like
brakes.
drift it or something.
Yeah.
World
but they
Cup
have the
is
sand.
one of the events that I've gone to the past few years just to go watch, and now just went last year to go cover it. So being on the other side of the fence, seeing all these people that I've followed online for years, now getting to talk to them and see firsthand what they're doing is really cool.
I think it's
those-
important to know that you're a fan first and actually know like of
sure.
these cars, because it's crazy the amount of people that don't really like it, you have to come in knowing all that stuff.
For sure.
Reese
in a
was
way.
preloaded with information. He's seen
he-
every one of our videos. Like,
he watched our video, so it's like if we'd go up to we'd be at a race and I'd go to be like this guy's like yeah I know, like he because he's watched our races, he's seen
Yeah.
he at least knows the info that is in the videos about him, and it's nice to have somebody, especially we hired him and immediately he can be helpful and knowledgeable and all that about the specific cars that we're covering.
there was a race that we were at early on when I think that someone had a new setup, and Reese was like, so I remember the video from last year, and he had this setup. He's like, I think he's got a new setup. You should probably go talk to him. And Fred's like, oh, okay. And goes over and talked to him. And like, if we were just to hire some kid who like liked cars and did video, he's not going to know any of that. But it was like good information to help like get the video out.
Because I think we've talked about this before. You can see the video guys that don't know cars and what they film is like,
Yeah.
it's just different than a car guy that ends up filming.
And the questions they ask and the things they focus on, it's just not, it's just different.
You're gonna tell, yeah. So my almost dying story was actually none other than Garrett in Toast 2 times in the same kind of like span. So
Toast the
Burnout car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That thing was cursed from day one. I'm convinced of it. Whoever has it now, I pray for him. But it was cursed. So the first time we were testing it in that little cul-de-sac up by our shop up in Clearwater, and it didn't have any brakes as he kind of made the turn because it had to go over to Australia like right away. So it was like, we can't even fix the brakes. It's got to go right now. I was like, okay, seems silly, but okay. And then he like comes around and it comes right towards me with no brakes as I'm filming, and I like kind of just step to the side of it and behind a mailbox, and I was like inches away to the point of Garrett didn't include that shot that I had because it looked so dangerous and so
man.
sketchy. And I don't know if that shot even still exists. It probably doesn't,
It's
which
on a
is
hard
sad.
drive somewhere. It's probably on a hard drive somewhere.
I wonder. I got to ask him about that. And then the second time was also Toast and almost getting caught on fire by Toast. That one was cool, where it come around in the burnout pit And right as it backed up towards me, the fire went like up the wall, and I was like way up high, got like singed just a little bit at the burnout pit. And
Jeez.
Holy cow.
that one was hot.
It'd be cool if we could get some never before seen footage put up right here.
I have the
Posting
burnout
counters.
video. I've actually not posted the burnout video anywhere because I worry it would get demonetized on like a TikTok or a
Yeah.
Facebook or something
It's possible these
because of the
days.
fire and like it hitting me.
Oh, just the smoke.
Just say it's AI in the caption.
That's true.
There you go.
It's all AI. But yeah, those were Toast trying to kill me. How fun. You know,
Nice.
the burnout car. And then the engine, of course, blew up in Australia, which, yeah, great. After each burnout, the engine blew up.
Damn.
It was
That's
burnout, pop the engine, put a new one in, burnout, pop the engine again.
Those Australians know how to party. We saw a group of them out at Power Cruise up at Brainerd. Mm-hmm. They are wild. That was the first time I got to ride in a burnout car. And I was with Colin. He's got this like 30s, 40s patina rat rod with just a big blower and LS in it. And there's no rear fender flares of any kind. So as the tires let go, there's sparks probably 40 foot high. Everyone just loves it. There's,
pretty sweet, yeah.
There's nothing like it. It's the G's getting thrown around in circles. I mean, it's a lot more intense when you're in the car than just watching it. You don't realize how much you're just getting thrown around.
Yeah,
they're-
with like a good burnout driver for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And when there's so much smoke, it's at some point you just like, I don't know, even know what direction we're pointing. I don't know where
I
we're
asked
at.
him. He said they have light poles lining where the barriers are, and they just see the light sources, and that's the only way they navigate where they're at because they can't see anything.
That's what Steve No Guest told us. He said he had Killer Bee when we were down in Australia. He was like, I focus on there's a Coca-Cola sign, like a big billboard, and he's like, I know that's my reference point of direction.
Gotcha.
I was like, okay, that's it. You just look up at this Coca-Cola sign and you just hope, kind of. But hey, I mean, it works. He's won.
That's wild.
So it works. So what's next then? What's you guys are here?
TX2K.
Yeah, we're going to 2K next.
What is going to be exciting this year about TX2K? Do you think roll racing, they're going to go do anything crazy? You think?
I mean, they did 246 last year. I don't know if they're going to try to go 250, but
Do you think Peter will just extend it another 100 feet so that we
no,
can get
but, no,
250?
they shortened it. They shortened the distance.
They went from 1,500, right?
So it was longer in Houston, then they shortened it, and then when they brought it to Dallas, they either kept it that same or they shortened it even more to make it safer to allow as much shutdown as they needed. And Kevin, I think it was Kevin. Was he driving
Kevin
the
or
yellow?
Casey? I can't remember.
I can't remember who was driving the yellow one last year, the yellow STO, but 246 last year, which is a wild number.
Yeah, I don't know if there's much more in those things, but they
Well,
were blowing up.
They said that when they did 237, and then they went 237 to 240, 247.
Do you think that number resonates well enough with people, or because it's roll racing, it kind of like gets lost a little bit?
I mean, it's the same distance as like a 5,000 horsepower pro mod would do the same speed.
Well, I guess if you're talking like, what's the name, Taylor, like the twin turbo pro mod,
Jimmy Taylor?
Jimmy Taylor's car, he did quarter mile, but for the most part they don't run quarter mile.
What?
Pro mod.
Oh, well, okay. Well, like Garrett did 260.
Yeah.
And these cars are doing 250
Yep.
or almost 250. Same distance. Yeah, they're getting a 60 mile an hour head start, but they have 3,000 less horsepower than one of those pro mods.
Yeah, it is kind of stupid, but that's where I'm like, it is crazy, but do people respect it as much as it really should
No,
be?
they just don't. No, drag racers don't. When drag racers show up, they're like, "Oh, are they still roll racing? That's dumb." Like,
though they're going-
that's what it is. That's exactly what it is. Now, I will say, from the outside looking
And then
in,
a drag racer goes 170, and he's like, yeah, but I'm drag racing.
facts. I get it. When you're a drag racer, you look at that, you're like, "Oh, you need a head start. Like you can't get off the line good, whatever it is." And most people that are around drag racing and never experienced one of those high horsepower cars, like riding in one, I get it. But if you ride in one of those, it breaks you. Like, you don't understand how fast Like, this is a car you can drive on the street. It's not a pro mod. You get in it, has a full interior, everything like that, and you take a hit on the street and you're doing 200 like that.
Yeah.
It breaks your mind for what you think a car on the street should be able to do.
And it still has like over 3,500 horsepower.
Yeah, I mean, like that yellow
it
STO
is fucking-
and the big boy cars at Underground, those 3,500 wheel horsepower cars.
I'll tell you, that shifted my perspective of what's fast. Of
Yeah, he rode
first few weeks
rode in a
working
couple
there.
thousand horsepower R8 at
TX2.
2K last year.
2K had a good carousel of some pretty awesome cars on Saturday night.
It really breaks your, like, when, like, Reese has been here just a year. Even after a year, if he goes and rides in a 1,000 horsepower car, it's not going to hit.
Oh, I'm still gonna have fun.
Yeah, you're
Let's
gonna have
put that for the record.
No,
I'm
no,
still gonna have
we
fun.
all have fun in those cars, but it's not gonna like those guys that take their friends out in those cars that have never been in a fast car and they get that reaction to 1,000 horsepower. They're not gonna get that from us at 1,000 horsepower. Like, we're used to when we ride in cars that are 2,000 horsepower. It's just a ridiculous amount. No one really gets to ride in those type of cars, so it's a very rare experience.
Well, as the power is still coming in, you know, at 150, they're still feeding in more power, where most cars are kind of tapered off and you're just all in holding on at that mile an hour.
The first big twin turbo V10 car I rode in was a 6-speed 2,200 horsepower Gallardo. And it went.
Wow, Fred, you're a dinosaur, dude. A Gallardo?
Yeah,
oh my gosh.
I
I just meant like we're Huracan stuff now, dude. That's ancient tech.
Huracans are done too, brother. Those are done too. But the only way I could, that was my first like high horsepower V10 car I ridden in, and it just the only way I could describe it afterwards, it felt like the hand of God pushed you down the road, because there was like no, at the time I was like, no car should have been, no man-made thing should have been able to do what that car did. In my mind, because it was just like the effortless power, 6-speed manual, every gear, just more power, more power. It seemed like it would just keep going.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
That's a pretty cool car. I mean, it's 6-speed being 2,200 horsepower is really cool.
Yeah.
Now they're all auto, which is like okay, but like
Underground did the Semyon package R8, and they put a 6-speed manual in it for a customer.
there was a few R8s V10 that were stick shift.
No, they did those, but
Yeah.
now in the most recent body style,
Yep.
Underground put a stick shift in one, and it looks proper. It looks like it's supposed to.
You see, that's so cool to me. That's way cooler than even like the higher horsepower.
I
auto
think it's
ones.
still a 2,000 horsepower.
I know, but
too.
like it's still cooler than like the 3,000-4,000.
No, it is,
like,
yeah, because it's 6-speed manual, and whatever customer paid for it paid probably out the ass for them to do that. But it's such a cool car.
You think at this point they might as well just build them and then the customer will come. Like they just build the car and then eventually there's already a customer waiting, because don't they have like a line out the door to buy those things?
Probably so.
The underground cars.
Yeah, to get one built there.
I think at any given time they have between 30 and 50 builds going at one time.
Yeah, it's
at
probably
the
a
shop
good
in North
lead
Carolina.
time. I bet it's probably a year. Like if you were like, hey, I want to, and it wasn't like, hey, I'm going to give you unlimited money. If you just wanted like, I don't know, 1,800 horsepower Lambo right now, I guarantee
if
you waiting.
If you wanted like a 3+ car, like a stage 3+, which I think it's 1,450, 1,500 these days is the power. I talked to them, and like you said, lead time to get the car in. Once you get the car in, it's 4 to 6 weeks you get it back.
Okay.
And which is like of course they're
but
they're
to book an
stockpiling
appointment.
parts and everything, but
Yeah.
to get the car in could be a little bit of time. I don't know.
Yeah. If you're like, hey, I want the fastest thing you've ever built ever, and I have an unlimited paycheck, they'll probably be like, yeah, let's start now. I don't know.
Do you think that the new, what is it, the Temerian that replaced it?
Teminario.
Teminario. Do you think it will actually replace the Huracan?
It'll be.
Like in our
No.
world, like in the your world of like
I don't think so.
high power ones?
There's so many Huracans out there.
It depends how crazy someone wants to get with that twin turbo V8. So that's
but it's
ba-
also
it's
electric all-wheel drive hybrid.
Yeah, so it's like it would take like an electrical engineer at the same time to do something with that.
It's kind of depressing a little bit.
It is, and the fact that it's a twin turbo V8, it's not a V10. But traditionally, it's like the V10 became a thing with the Gallardo, I'm pretty sure. So it was like V12s was the thing that Lambo was known for. And then the V10 came along, and all of a sudden everybody loved the V10s, and now that the V10's gone, it's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
It's like, well, you still get a twin turbo V8, and it's the proven 4-liter it's been in. Audi's put in a bunch of stuff for the past decade.
Well, it kind of all went uphill and then downhill, I guess, when Audi bought them. Because
What do you
that's when
mean?
they got rid of the V12.
They've always had a V12.
Well, they have it in the.
They've always had a
Well,
V12
that's when
car.
like the entry level car, right? Or did they make the Huracan as the entry level car? Was there no entry level car before? Because the V10s,
The Gallardo would have been in the entry level.
yeah, and that was V12, right?
No, it was V10.
No, it
Oh,
was
that was
V10.
V10, yeah.
Yeah, the Mercy was a V12, and they always come out with their flagship V12
two.
car. V12, they come up with their flagship V12 car, and then a year later they come out with whatever their next of kin is, like the Teminario.
And the, what is it? The Aventador is still kind of ripping along, isn't it? Or
No,
did they just
that's done.
discontinue that?
Yeah,
too?
that's done. The Rivolto replaced that, and then the next year they came out with the Teminario.
and they're both hybrid.
They are.
Yep.
Yeah.
Got
See,
the
that's
recent
where
one
it kind of like
yeah.
is depressing a little bit.
Now, a car that is really cool to me
it's sold.
is that new Bugatti, 1,000 horsepower out of the V16 alone,
Yeah,
and then
no turbos,
no turbos. Yeah,
Yep.
it's naturally aspirated.
and it has the hybrid.
It does have the hybrid, which means it makes a lot of power,
Yep.
and it still sounds cool and everything. But there's some sort of separation there where I don't really like it that much.
I
It
liked
is cool.
what the CEO Mate said about it. He said cars should only have one handicap. If it's turbos, that's the handicap. If it's hybrid, that's the handicap. You can't have both. You only have one handicap. He's
Okay.
like, you want the NA if you're going to have hybrid anyways, because the NA sounds awesome.
Yeah, I mean a V16 sounds nutty.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
So like if you're going to go hybrid, don't also do turbos. Do
Okay.
one or the other.
I mean, I would have liked the turbos instead of the hybrid, to be honest with you.
Yeah, but it wouldn't have been as fast probably.
Whatever.
I just don't like the hybrid supercars. I think they're kind of boring.
Yeah, no, except for the ZR1, because the front axle is completely separated from the rear axle, and the front axle is the only hybrid electric stuff. So that's why I think that one gets a pass for me.
Yeah, you think the X will be as interesting long term as just the regular ZR1?
What do you mean?
Like, you think people will care much about it like 10 years from now, or do you think the ZR1, the regular one, will be more will be more sought after?
I think it will probably be more sought after. It'll be cool that it'll be cool that it's the first ever all-wheel drive Corvette, or no, it wasn't, because the E-Ray came out
Yeah.
first. But yeah, I could see it not being like as popular, like 20 years from now being like you have the X. It's like it's not going to be that much more probably. It's cool now.
Yeah.
Might not be cool later.
You think it'll be like a real limited run kind of thing, or
What do you mean?
on the X's? How many are they gonna put out?
I don't know if they limited it.
I think they'll just make as many as people will
Really?
buy them.
If somebody wants to spend $250,000, I think they'll let them.
There's Chevy here, man. This isn't.
Yeah,
I did. Okay.
Don't buy them.
I've said this before. I do think GM in general or Chevrolet they've dumped all of their research and development into their trucks, their big trucks, and the Corvette, and that's fine with me. I'm not going to buy one of their shitbox commuter cars, and that's okay. If they need to sell those to pay the bills, it's fine. I love that the C8 is as ridiculous as it is.
Listen, I just had our Traverse Lemon Laud at 2,500 miles.
I saw that.
They bought it back.
Congratulations.
GM said, well, listen, we'll just write you a check. So I agree. It seems like all the money's put in the Corvette, and I don't even know if it's put in the trucks. The 6.2s are still blowing up.
Okay, well, the heavy duty,
Yeah.
the heavy duty trucks, I will say.
Yeah. Well, their Allison deal, too.
Well, that's done, right, or something.
Well, it's not done, but their Allisons are so unreliable that
I thought like they were done. Allison doesn't build them anymore, but they're still called Allisons. Or
they haven't
like
built
that.
any of the 10-speed stuff.
Yeah, that's yeah.
But they're still Allisons for marketing.
Did you see they're doing the I don't know. I think this is real. They're every one of the big three is like stepping up the cubic inches on the diesels quite a bit.
I saw that, and I don't know if that's just make-believe rumor stuff.
Yeah, I don't know either. Be something to dip into because I saw like 8.3 liters type stuff, 7.5 liters or whatever it
some
was.
EPA changes going on.
Yeah, cafe standards changed, so they were just like, we can make cubic inch again. And it's like,
So, like the Duramax has always been a 6.6 and was going to bump up to like a 7.4 or something like that.
do we need that? If my truck didn't have the emission stuff, it'd be plenty.
Brother, the craziest part was it was saying, and this is like pre-delete and tune and everything. It was saying is these trucks were going to be now making 1,400 to 1,450 foot-pounds of torque. What? Why? We were at 1,000 5 years ago, and everyone's like, "We get 1,000 stock? That's awesome!" And now 1,400 before a tune or delete or anything.
Yeah.
That's gonna be why.
So
I love it, but why?
I wanna touch back on the Corvette thing because I know you're a Corvette guy.
I am a little
and
bit.
My opinion on the ZR1, the newest one, and pretty much most C8s is they will not be looked at the same way the C6 and the C7 ZR1s are.
Well, just because that's been the traditional Corvette was front engine, rear wheel drive, stick shift. That's what a Corvette formula is. So the C8 was the ultimate culmination of like, this is the ultimate car that we could build in that format.
But
so
I
I
think
get that.
20 years from now, they'll just be like, meh. I think they'll be looked at almost the same way the C4 ZR1s are looked at right
Don't
now.
do that. I love the C4s. Don't you put
Yeah, but
don't you
most
put that
people
evil on the C4 ZR1
no one cares
like that?
about the C4
They're coming
ZR1.
back. I don't know. Fred said they're coming back.
Hey,
real
wasn't
quick. Who cares? Who cares if it's C4 ZR1? This guy.
Well, hang on.
This guy. Yeah, real quick.
You should buy one.
The first ever. I would love to, but they're expensive.
Wasn't that when they did the dual overhead cam?
That is the first ever dual overhead cam Corvette ever.
That's
right
kinda
there.
cool.
In 1990, they're making 405 horsepower. Stop. 405 horsepower. Viper was making 400. Okay, with 488 cubic inches. Get out of here, brother. Get out of here.
But how many people are like clamoring for those?
Me. They're getting alive.
Fred's
Just
buying them
because
up.
there's only like what 1,400 of them.
No, okay, here's the deal.
That's the only reason they're expensive is the rarity.
All 90s cars are getting more expensive. You know why? Because when we were kids, those were cool to us. Okay, so all those cars are going up.
Yep.
Yeah.
If you can find like a beat, kind of, well, maybe, I don't know, a driver, C401 in high 20s probably right now. And I would love one. They're fucking awesome.
I just that's the mentality I think the C8 ZR1s will have though. Where it's like some people will be like,
hey, then I'm
that
buying
was cool.
one. Then I'm buying one in 30 years. Then, and I'm having a great time.
Yeah.
I'm retiring with a C8 ZR1.
because, and this will go back to the automatic manual thing. I think them being automatic in 20 years from now, the performance will just, everything's performance will catch up with them. So there will be nothing that makes them stand out.
Okay.
Once everything's as fast as it, the only thing that will make these cars stand out.
Well,
like
you could
the
say that about
C6
You could say that about every other generation. Like everything
Well,
else,
that's
like
why-
normal cars are just as fast as those cars now.
And that's why I think the only ones that stand out are the stick shift stuff, or the really cheap ones.
I don't see that happen. I don't see the ZR1 falling off like that.
I just think
I see the ZR1X coming down to ZR1 level, or maybe just a little above, as far as price goes, once they get used and everything. But
I just feel like I just have such faith in technology advancing so aggressively that people are going to be like, wow, these transmissions shift like shit someday.
what, the DCTs?
Yeah.
The DCTs are pretty smooth.
Yeah,
But I'm sure someday, you might be right, someday there'll be something so much better that it's just like, oh, you feel a clunk? That's trashy.
yeah, like it dropped RPM for a second. Like it, like it.
Yeah,
Shit,
I
you
get
felt
it.
that?
Let me ask you a question about the C8. Are we going to have a manual out of the factory C8?
I think we are.
I think so too.
I think the Grand Sport's about to be manual.
I didn't think that, but I thought it was. I think the Grand Sport's is going to be. I'm sorry, guys. It's
Well,
Corvette stuff over here.
Didn't
But
Tremec just show one off at SEMA?
so that's why I think. So real quick, the Grand Sport will just be a wide body regular C8, just like with a Z06 body, and say Grand Sport instead of Z06 on the side. That's what I think it'll be. But I think it'd be really cool in my mind if they did like another one. They called it the Zora. And the Zora is like the ultimate version of a Corvette that Zora had in mind, which was a mid-engine, rear-wheel drive manual car.
How many Corvette packages do we need?
Okay, I'm not mad at it because this is the most I think they've ever put out of one generation, and I'm not mad at it. I really am not. I like it. Anyway, the Zora, I think it would be cool if they did it because Tremec, like you said, Tremec just came out with that transmission. They wouldn't come out with that transmission if they was just for a swap because there's like 18 guys that are going to buy it for a swap.
Yeah, and there's not even a shifter linkage figured out.
So
How you
why
gonna do
would they
that?
build the transmission to fit exactly where it needs to go if there wasn't an OE that wanted it?
So C8 prices are already dropping hot.
You can get them in the upper 40s now.
Where the cliff, they will fall off a literal cliff if they announce a stick shift one.
But if the stick shift
Prices will.
If no, stop. If the stick shift one is a limit, that's what I'm saying, limited edition. They're doing 1,000 stick shift C8s. and they're going to be X amount of dollars way higher than. So it's like they're putting it up to the price of the Z06 and all that. Maybe.
Yeah, but Chevy's not really a limited edition type of company.
But they could be.
They could be.
All they have to do is do this.
But they're too greedy.
Okay, so you think they're just? Do you think they're going to do one though?
I think they're going to come out.
And it's going to be in the Grand Sport, is what you think?
I think it's going to be a Grand Sport, manual, wide body, and then there's going to be one thing that everybody's going to be like, "Why'd you do that?" I think they're going to do one.
They're going to do one
on
tech thing that's weird.
I think they're going to come so close, and then there's just going to be one thing that's going to be like, "Come on,
what if
Chevy."
they only put the manual in with like the electric front axle? Like they try to make an E-Ray a manual car, and then the front axle's weird.
That would be unfortunate.
Yeah, it would be. I could see them doing that, where one thing on the car is just like, why?
That's what I mean. There's going to be something on there that everybody just kind of says why. But I think those cars are on their way out anyways. I don't think we're going to see a C9.
Would you with your blasphemy? Get out of here. Stop.
Do you think we're going to see another Mustang? Do you think they're going to end it at the S650?
People have been rumoring a 4-door for a while, which of course they already have a Mach-E. And
the best sounding Mustang on the pop?
And then there's debate about it if it's, just a carbon credit thing to be able to continue all the 5.0s and the GT500. Man, I don't honestly know what they're doing. There's too much tech in there. All the tech kind of scares me. Where I'm at, I want to take a Coyote out, throw it in a Fox body, man, and just ride. I don't need all the touch screens. That's all just too much for me.
Well,
I mean, I know it's like
how long are we in the Coyote? And at some point, they either need to introduce something else or nothing at all.
For sure.
Was it the fifth generation Coyote now?
Fourth.
Okay.
Started in the S650s, and now they're dual injection and dual throttle body now in 4th gen. And I mean, yeah, they're over engineering the crap out of a 302. It's cool to see what they can do with it, but now also with their regulations of having to lock down computers, then it starts to become a challenge of aftermarket support, and they're having to hack things, and I don't know, honestly, I'm not sure what their future is going to be. I don't know. I just saw a GTD for the first time at the Omaha World of Wheels, which is pretty cool to see.
Is it as wide as it looks in pictures?
Yes, it is aggressive aero styling. But
it had a Golf livery on it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, that's the one you put in the group.
Yeah, they're cool.
Come on, are we done with Golf liveries on everything yet?
Dude, Golf liveries will always be cool. They've been cool for
classic.
They've been cool for 60 years. They will continue to be cool.
Maybe I just have seen it enough.
I would love to see someone do
I've seen it enough too.
There's some Porsche liveries I wish Porsche guys would put on their cars, but they don't.
It just becomes unoriginal at some point, right?
100%.
Like Matte Black went away,
everywhere.
thankfully, on everything. For like a while there, Matte Black was everything.
Yeah, Matte Black was cool from like
Nardo Gray was on freaking everything too.
Yeah,
They just skipped base coat, went straight from primer to clear.
It's like technology in cars gets so high like at this car, and then like 15 years later, these cars way down here get this type of technology. Mm-hmm. It's like that with paint colors. So you start with like the Nardo Gray and the Audis, and then 5-10 years later, Kia is coming out with the exact same color on their cars. It's the same.
Fair.
Listen, the Kia Stinger is a great bang for your buck, Fred.
Oh, God.
I just saw
Some of them
one
are kinda
with
quick.
like 40,000 miles for 17 grand. I was like, that is actually a good bang for your buck.
And with a tune, I mean, it kind of wakes them up. They're not bad.
If you want something that's good on gas and commutes, I mean, I feel like as long as you know what you're getting.
Hang on, just stop right there. If you want something that's good on gas and can commute with it. Yeah, if you want a
And
daily
fun.
driver, buy a Stinger. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. But again, you just fall into like, you might as well just get a Tesla. It kind of beats it in all categories.
You might as well just like not buy a new car if those are what you're looking at.
Yeah, but some people just want the warranty. Like my wife, she's just like, I just want a car with a warranty.
That's fair, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, and I feel the same way because like I don't want to have to work on her car. And you know how much like a dealer's going to charge for some stupid thing out of warranty on these new cars? Mm-hmm. It's like you literally can't own a car out of warranty if it's newer than like 2022.
Yeah, shop rate is insane at dealerships these days. Absolutely insane.
Yeah, you're going to get completely hosed. So I'm like, well, I guess Either buy something from 2012
Yep.
that's easy to work on and simple, or you get something new with a warranty.
Or something from the 90s, like Reese over here. Little Fox body,
Liveries.
302.
Put my kids in the back.
Hey, I will say my 64 Corvette starts every time. I'm just saying.
I'm sure it does.
It's got Holley fuel injection, so it definitely starts every time.
But yeah, I mean, you kind of stuck on new cars. Like all the new BMW stuff. Imagine trying to own one of those out of warranty. How scary that would be.
He owned, he had a new car for a little bit.
Yeah, but apparently BMW is one of the most reliable vehicles on the road now. It's like top 10. And Toyota
Really?
fell. Yeah, because so this, I don't know if this is conspiracy or what, but when Toyota and BMW did their little collab, BMW became way more reliable, and Toyota has been having issues for like the first time ever with a lot of their shit.
They traded engineers.
Well, all their V6s were like exploding.
Yeah, and all their trucks were all just, is that what they're, and then BMW got gave them like the Z4s turned the Super or whatever, and then BMW took the Corolla and turned it into the 4-door 2 Series. It's the worst. I would literally own any other BMW ever. The Isetta, the i3, anything. I mean, this thing sucked. It's literally a Corolla with a BMW. Anyways, though, the B58 and the S58 motors are just, honestly, one of the most impressive things in the last few years.
They really are.
And I kept saying them as it started. Everyone's like, oh, no. And they kept, now you can't even argue it. Like almost every one of them platforms is in the 7s.
They nailed it with that platform.
It's a godlike fucking setup, and they really don't have much issues. You don't hear I don't hear anything about it.
They've been doing inline sixes
forever.
And
this one they nailed
they're
it.
making so much power with those things. I don't know if like other companies saw it, but now almost every company is coming out with a new inline 6 turbo. Even Mazda has now an inline 6 turbo. It's like a 4-liter or something like that.
Going away from the 2-liter turbo, everything had that in it. Everything.
Yeah, they're inline 6 in the SUV. We looked at one of those, the CX-90.
I didn't know that they had that until I saw inline 6 on the side. What is this? It's not small.
Well, the engine bay is so long. Like the front of the car is so long. We looked at them at the dealer and they started it up, and I was standing next to it, and it's like clicking and clanking, and like because the direct injection's so loud and stuff. And I was like, oh, this thing sounds like absolute shit. I was just standing next to it, and I was like, come on, this is a commuter car. I don't want to hear it like clanking from the direct injection.
Now, it could be from the cafe emissions things that they had for the past few years, but that's why everyone now is a inline 6 turbo. But now that those are gone, we might see more V8s come back. It'd be nice.
I mean, Dodge has that RHO that they did, which they tried to replace the TRX with, which was the RHO.
Oh, it's
it was a TRX with the inline 6.
Yeah, with the 6-pack or whatever
Hurricane?
it is.
Yeah.
Hurricane set?
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, yeah, I've heard.
But it just...
Which
then
just
they-
showed up in the Charger.
Yeah.
So it's pretty cool.
Those things are huge, too. Well, that's the thing with the GTD. Like, it's so big. It's a big car.
Yeah.
And it's heavy for the horsepower.
It's so big and heavy. They did a test with Randy Pops. What's his
Pobst, yeah.
Pobst. So they took out to Sonoma, and it was the ZR1, maybe the ZR1x, but took that out, a GT3 RS, and then a GTD. And the Corvette finished 2 seconds before the Porsche, and the GTD wasn't even in the conversation. Like, this is such an expensive car, and they engineered the crap out of it, but it doesn't even stand in the same realm as a Porsche or a new Corvette. That's a problem, I feel like.
It is. I mean, it's a whole homologation car, and it's wild that against cars that are cheaper. I get there's very limited production on those cars and everything. It's a very special car to own.
It's a cool car.
But it is weird when you see it compared to other cars. And they're like, well, these shouldn't be compared. It's like, I kind of agree, but also this one costs so much more than this one. Why is this one faster?
Yeah.
And they're trying to say it's where it's at. I mean, they're claiming that it's supposed to be
I saw
the
their
same
statement
level.
when they unveiled it that they're coming after the Porsche shine. It's like, oh, boy,
Yeah.
that's a bold statement.
That's what I'm saying.
I'll say that. The Porsche's been doing it a long time.
I saw some interview that Farley had with some person at a show, and was asking him about. It's like, hey, are you guys going to come out with something that'll compete with the ZR1? He said, was the Mustang not compete with it? And he's like,
It's the first I'm hearing of this.
the guys look at him like,
Are you serious?
Are you really? And then he immediately
No one told him.
Yeah, he immediately goes into we sell more we sell Broncos 3-to-1 to Wranglers, and off-road is where we like to be, and our Raptor is one of the best-selling trucks on the road, and blah, blah, blah. And the guy asked him, are you going to build something to compete with Corvette? And he was just like, well, doesn't the Mustang do that? And then immediately went into, this is what we really excel at. It's like, this has nothing to do with what I'd asked, but okay.
I would love to see them put a Godzilla in one of the cars, like an aluminum block Godzilla pushrod V8 into one of the Mustangs. I think with the emission standards lifting a little bit, they might be able to just have like a specialty option of something like that.
I think the only way you're going to see that is if Shelby does it, because they're not going to do it in Detroit.
Yeah, but like you'd have to make an aluminum block version, so like a 7.3 aluminum block Mustang would be pretty tight.
That'd be crazy. I'd like to see that.
It would be cool to see.
It's pretty tall. I don't
The
know.
earlier Shelbys, it was cool. Like in 17, it was great to see the Voodoos. They're catching a lot of hate now because they're just like a 5.0 with a blower on it. You know, it's not the same, but I know they've had changes in who's directing that, so you're kind of at the limit of, can you engineer a whole separate engine right now kind of situation, you know?
I think that's where most of them are at. Like they just can't justify the cost of making another engine, but then where does that leave the market? If Dodge just reintroduced the Hemi, the same Hemi.
I think they just turned the lights back on in the factory. I don't think they redesigned anything.
That's what I mean. Like they just reintroduced it. They didn't even. Like,
it ain't broke.
Yeah.
But how long are we gonna just be like, oh?
Well, I think for them doing that, it's like we didn't have to design anything for however long we're going to be able to not worry about the whole cafe thing, because that
They launched that in 15 was the first Hellcat, I believe.
Yeah.
And
15.
now 11 years later, they're still going strong with that. And I feel like once they get their sales of the Hurricane Charger, I'd like to think we're going to see a Hellcat in this new Charger. Because they started with the EV, then they got a Turbo 6 in
It
here.
would only make sense.
Seems like it's the next step for them.
It would only make sense. I'm really worried that now I didn't like it when they came out with the Charger in like 08 or whatever, and it was a 4-door. I was like, that's not what the Charger ever was. And now that's all anybody thinks the Charger should be, is a 4-door. So now, like the amount of people that bought the Challenger because it was a 2-door compared to the Charger was a 4-door is way less.
Chevy likes to take names and do crazy things to them. Like the Impala, when the Impala came back, when the Dart came back, it's like, well, Dart, okay, different. But you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Dodge
like,
does
when
that.
They
Chevy
take
does that.
Yeah, when they take
They
a
all
name
do it.
that's like so iconic and bring it back as like a commuter
The
car.
Nova
What is
was
going
one of the
on?
worst.
Oh my God! If
the
you look
Nova.
up, don't go look up '80s Novas. If you guys are at home, don't go look it up. But please
It's the
go look it up
worst
and just see.
downgrade.
Look up like a 1969 Nova to a 1985 Nova. It is sad.
My wife, before she got her Traverse, traded in her Trailblazer RS. And do you know what the Trailblazer RS was? It was a 3-cylinder front-wheel drive.
Stop, Jesus.
4-door. It was a nice car. It was actually really reliable. It was a Korean car, kind of rebranded as a Chevy.
I bet
but
it
that's why it
was.
was good. If it was a Chevy car made by Chevy, it probably wouldn't have been as good.
I'm really happy with the whole cafe emissions things because, and the whole fact that car people or just people in general have for the most part rejected buying EVs because they're like, no, we still want a gas car. I
don't want a gas car.
Why not?
I think that a gas commuter car is silly.
I will say, Tesla catches a lot of hate. You know, I get that. But after riding in and spending some time around a buddy he's got a daily that's a Model 3, it is just it just does everything. Like if you don't have a car that you want to listen to, it's not like a hot rod. It's just
Exactly.
it just does everything you need and nothing else.
It makes no sense. Why why have something that's like a no horsepower 4-cylinder over an electric vehicle? It's not like
No.
I'm just stuck on my gas. It's like it's a freaking commuter car.
Here's the deal. I agree. And if like in my mind, if I had an extra 50 grand laying around and I just wanted a car just to drive around town, I would go buy used Taycan.
Yeah, Porsche Taycan.
Taycan. I would go buy one of those.
Same.
Just a nice commuter car, go around. I like to be able to drive my cars anywhere though.
Yeah.
And that's the problem. Now,
Like take a road trip.
if you buy an EV, I feel like you either don't leave town or that is your extra vehicle because you can't rely on that to be your
Road
vehicle
trip
everywhere.
is a tough one for
Like it's literally it's a luxury because it's an extra car. Now I own 6 cars. They're all old, so don't look at me like I'm rich. But like that would just be an extra car for me that I don't need other than, and the only thing it would do is commuting. Now, hang on, real quick. Let me get back to the whole name thing.
Yeah.
When they were like coming out with all these EVs, especially when they came out with the Mach E and stuff like that.
Yep.
Sorry to bring that up. But my one worry was to sell cars. These brands were going to bring back these iconic names and just whatever shitbox EV they can make and just slap Chevelle on it. I was ready to hear all of those names come back and just get destroyed.
Well, Cadillac's done a good job at becoming Chevy's kind of EV location.
I would say, yeah, with the Lyric and the whatever.
The new Escalade EV,
Yeah.
which I've only heard great things about. People really enjoy them. Then the Super Cruise is like really good, and they're faster than the V. So it's like,
Really? They
Pretty
are
wild.
faster than the V.
yeah, it's faster
Okay,
than the V.
I did not know
The
that.
Hummer came back
Yep.
Kind of.
As a boat.
as an
think
EV
it's-
under
As a
GMC.
GMC.
People like those. It gets tough, but like again, like if you're just driving around town with that, and what kind of road trips do you guys do? How far?
I drove the Corvette to Oregon and back.
How far is that? What,
3,900 miles.
3,900 miles? I mean, that's
That sounds like 84 hour-long stops in an EV to fill up.
probably. Like with us in Florida, you know, me and my wife were looking at one, and they get like 300-mile range. For like what Disney's like 80 miles away.
Now, I get it. For Bronte, fine.
I tried.
Yeah.
In the state.
In the state.
But just going anywhere, I wouldn't want to take a road trip. You got all the extra time to wait and charge and everything. I don't care how quick the supercharger is. It doesn't take 3 minutes like a gas
Yeah.
fill-up does. And it's just, if you're going to Colorado, California, Washington, if you're going to anywhere, it's like anywhere. I mean, we're in the middle of the country, so you kind of got to go a little ways to get somewhere good.
Yeah.
And
We're
then-
driving 7 hours any direction to go somewhere desirable.
And then I will also say this: I just lost it. I'm sorry.
You're good. But
Do you
yeah,
think from a performance side of view, it's going to make gas cars really underperform in their future? Like you're going to look at like the gas cars out of the box and like some of the EV cars out of the box,
No.
like performance stuff, and be like, man, it's just so much slower.
I don't think so, because there's got to be a point they got to stop, dude. You can't put a fucking 3,000 horsepower electric car out there and let people just buy it. Like we know the type of people are
Wait,
in
it
this
is
world.
America.
Yeah, exactly. And all the laws are wild because they're for the lowest common denominator, the stupidest person. So you think they're going to be able to just, like, you don't have to have a license, you have to take a test, you just buy these cars. I mean, there's got to be a point where people have to stop. And gas right now is perfectly fine. I mean, they're making plenty of power out of gas stuff that's keeping up and going faster than electric by a lot. And it's like, but electric is, you know, these high crazy gas power cars are bought by car enthusiasts. These Tesla Plaids are bought by just regular ass people. They don't know how to handle a vehicle like that. I mean, obviously you have all the computer to help it out, but at the same time, like, how much quicker are you really going to make an electric vehicle?
How many? There's probably people having this conversation in the 60s when like Corvettes are making 450 horsepower. And it's like,
But it
this
wasn't
is
dangerous then.
not doable. We can't. You're going to kill each other. And
Well,
then
the tires weren't just
then
breaking
trash control
loose.
didn't exist. Like if I floor it in my Corvette, it puts all the power to where it needs to go.
I mean, when the Viper came out, they were right. People don't need that; they're gonna die.
Then people did.
They
die.
were
People
directly
did
right.
die.
That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. So, like, if you give a
Well, if you
some
give it all,
random
here's the thing,
kid
all
a
the technology in the
2,000
world and
horsepower
all the safeties and everything, if you make it so like the car can detect all this stuff and apply the brakes for you, and like, I think technology will catch up to. There will be people that will die from stupid stuff they do with their car forever.
I mean, obviously, at some point, quantum computing and AI are going to get into cars, and it's going to be better. Like iRobot, where the cars are all just on a mesh network, where they're all driving together and everything's connected and
We're getting
communicating.
there. We're
like,
getting there. We had Super Cruise in our car, and I can't.
no,
do
our
that in my-
Super Cruise is great,
I'm
but
just saying I can't do that in my Corvette. I have to like pay attention the whole time.
Yeah.
And Super Cruise, I can just kind of like just look out the dash and just.
Well,
like,
this
look
is
at
what I
stuff.
mean, though. But like at some point, we're gonna get to a point where like the gas performance just isn't. It just isn't even in like comparable numbers to what you get out of the electric.
for me, the gas isn't really. I'm not even on the side. I don't want a daily and electric. I don't care. For something for me, I like going through the RPMs. I don't even have a cool car. I have an E91 BMW. It's a straight six, just a NA 3-liter.
Yeah, but you're talking different. Like a lot of cars don't even have a tachometer.
Yeah, I
Like,
just
that's
like
a
the
commuter
feel.
car.
Oh yeah, I guess like a real piece of shit. But at the same time, you can get that for like $7,000. I mean, EVs are, and maybe they'll get down to super cheap, but EVs are still like $50,000, aren't they?
Oh, they're going to come out with that slate truck that's $20,000.
I mean,
under
50K,
$20,000.
you can get a nice German vehicle, and that's a much better daily, in my opinion.
Okay, in your opinion. Now,
Yeah.
now kids that are born today and grow up and have the option of EV, and they just look at it just like they don't have a romantic relationship with
You don't have to.
internal combustion engine. I'm just saying.
It's human nature with the man and machine. It's in your soul.
I'm just saying.
You be a baby and you
I'm just
feel
saying.
it. You're like,
I feel that too because I'm from the same era as you. But
you don't have to be from the same era.
Kids,
You definitely do.
Kids these days don't even get driver's licenses anymore.
His kid is 2 and heard a car miles away.
Great
Goes, fast car.
Great
parenting.
parenting.
There's there's
likes pro
kids
mods,
that
too.
react to things like you don't have to parent them. You could put kids in front. You could launch an EV car in front of 20 babies, and you could launch a fast car in front of 20 babies, and I mean they're gonna fucking
Half those
love
babies
the-
are gonna cry because it's loud.
Yeah, and then they're gonna be like, "That's
if
incredible."
90% of cars that you see on the road are just boring, 4 cylinders or 6 cylinders, then like you almost might as well ditch that for like what is an exciting like an electric vehicle comparable to like say my wife's $40,000 Traverse she got. The comparable electric car is more exciting than
The torque.
that.
Yeah, I'm not
if you
saying
got, like,
get
a
rid of
Camry,
them.
which is the same price as like a Tesla. The Tesla's more exciting than the Camry.
Yeah. Okay, I guess
So
you
almost
could
make
see
it
there.
seem like those become more useless because they're dull. They're the same price,
Yeah.
and like they have all of like
I could see replacing those.
I see where you're coming from.
Yeah.
But just still in my head, no.
I'm just
doesn't make sense.
I'm kind of on German dailies in my head, so I'm thinking about like everyone's like, whoa, daily. Well, the best daily is a German vehicle. I mean, it's pretty hard to argue against that, whether your opinion is whatever.
It
I mean, unless
is.
you got like a fuckload of kids, you might want a big old SUV, but still, that kind of sucks as a daily. It's hard to park and maneuver. It feels like a boat. Like,
oh, I know. We got a freaking Tahoe. The thing's huge.
German.
But I got 2 kids.
Dailies are incredible, and the sound, the feel, the handling, they're safe for your family. I mean, that's where it's at. But yeah, the little Econo boxes like Corollas that are driving around or Civics that really don't have much soul on their own. Like, yeah, an electric vehicle you could make. I mean, there's some cool designs and stuff they're coming out with.
But also those cars like the Corolla and Camry have been proven for the past 40 years to be the
100%.
most reliable cars on the road, and they're just going to continue
You
to
put
sell.
a million miles on them.
Yeah, they're going to continue to sell the crap out of those
Yeah,
till the
yeah.
end of time.
I still eye Priuses all the time. I'm like, man.
Those new Priuses, they look
look
good.
spacey.
They look
Well,
good.
Yeah, like
Also, is the kind of EV, the whole green push happening over here, is that even exist? I feel like that's not happening in other places of the world.
Well, everybody's backed off from it because they made all these EVs, put them on the lots, and then no one bought them for months and months and months. They're like, we can't survive like this no matter what the government tells us we have to do. We're not going to survive, so we're just going to not build them anymore. Like,
Most companies do make pretty shit EVs though.
they just made them to probably just get past the whatever standards they had to.
Yeah.
Unless you're an EV company, I don't think you're going out of your way to make an excellent one or in a luxury brand.
Even again, like Jim Farley the other day was like, we made a bunch of mistakes on the Mach-E and the Lightning. Like,
by making them, you're right.
but not even by making them. Like, they could have made them better still, and they still screwed up in making them. Like, that's the problem, is they made a very poor example of one as well. Like,
yeah.
But like, I don't want to get super political here, but I don't know if there's the oil lobby will allow EVs to get so cool that gas isn't a thing anymore.
probably not.
Just saying.
Probably not. And I think the Lightnings were pretty pricey for what you get.
I think a lot of EVs are pretty pricey for what you get, honestly. Also, when EV people go to sell them and they get, how is it less than half the price? It's like, well, I'm just saying for people at home, this is how I look at them. This is how I think you should look at them. If you're buying an EV, you should look at it like you're buying a MacBook.
Should only
After a year or two, you go to sell that MacBook, you're not getting the $3,000 you bought it for. You're probably not even going to get half. This is now a gadget. Your car is now not a car, it's a gadget. And it's technology, the battery's going to drain, the battery's expensive to replace.
Yeah,
just like on
it's
a
like a
laptop.
new car.
Literally.
Well, so what I'm interested in, we're starting to get, in some of the early Teslas that got pushed out, like 15 or so is when those started coming around.
like
a bunch?
11 or 12.
Yeah,
that early?
yeah. The Model S was.
So
back then.
their whole battery setup on those early cars completely integrated into the floor. What about when these cars get to end of life? Like, what are we
You
doing?
can
with
replace
these
the
things?
battery. They
It's
replace
like
the battery.
15 or 20 grand, isn't it?
Yeah, it's expensive. That's what I'm saying.
Like, are we just gonna start throwing these away?
Anybody that buys a brand new EV has to look at it just like buying a brand new laptop. You better be holding on to that car for a while and get your use out of it, because if you think you're going to buy it for 2 years and sell it and you're going to do okay, you're going to lose your ass on it.
Like, we still see 90s cars on the road today, you know, with service and whatnot. I don't think we're going to see the same for an EV 30 years down the road.
Nope. You're going to see original mileage, original battery, not original motor, not matching numbers. It'll be original battery.
Kept on a tender.
Original battery.
I think that the end goal for this is probably developing the platform for when technology is good enough, you get a way more efficient power source in there. Like, the batteries they have are pretty shit. They're pretty
Battery
rudimentary.
technology will get better.
100%. So once that's better, or they find an alternate use, or eventually they're going to invent a better source of energy, or figure out how to just be more efficient with it, whether that's through quantum computing or AI or whatever it is. I mean, then they'll have the platform. They'll have the whole base down and everything. But
I think
right now is not where it's.
Yeah, I think once battery technology gets better, maybe they invent a new type of battery or something. Once you can charge it up in the 5 minutes, you can refill. And
It's getting pretty close.
And once you can, what's up?
It's getting pretty close to like 5 minutes. You're talking
Really?
like I think at a supercharger is like 15 minutes for 100 miles.
Well, no matter what gas station I go to, it's 5 minutes. I don't have to go to a super gas
And
station.
that's for 700 miles out of our Denali.
Well,
600 to 700
Well, that's
miles.
pretty spicy. 700 miles is a lot.
Well,
Most
okay.
cars don't
So
have that.
I think the cars that are going to do well in the short term before batteries get so much better are going to be those onboard generator hybrids. And I think those are going to do extremely well, because you have all the torque and all the reliability of an EV or whatever, and then you have all the distance with the onboard generator that recharges the battery as you drive.
Did you see that Mazda's working on a rotary powered EV generator?
Terrible.
Which is
Now,
such a strange.
the one
awesome.
thing I want to know, why has nobody done this, and why they should at this point, because I don't think that engine, the generator engine, has EPA standards, because it's not driving the wheels. Because I think there's like a loophole there where they can make it kind of a dirty engine. Why haven't they done a diesel onboard generator? Because then it'd be just like a locomotive.
Yeah.
And you can make diesel super efficient.
Well, that's how in Australia they have the BYD Shark, and it's a little pickup truck with a battery charger, basically, is the gas engine, and it has no connection to the tires.
No, that's what a lot of these I'm saying are the onboard generator.
And that's what they just don't have them in the U.S. because the EPA doesn't really have a great avenue for them.
I thought they were doing them though, right? There's several companies.
There's
doing
some,
them.
but they're still not quite what a lot of countries can do. And the BYD Shark is Chinese, so we can't get that.
Well, I knew that, but I thought Dodge was going to do a Dodge Ram that was like that.
They have the Ram Charger.
They've changed
that's
the
what it's
name on
called.
it a few times, but it was originally came out with a Ram Charger.
Yeah.
But there was a couple other cars that were going to be designed just like that with an onboard generator. I'm saying, if you make a gas engine this reliable and efficient, you can make a diesel one more reliable, more efficient.
And then you'd still have to put DEF in it, which would be the real Achilles heel.
Okay, that's fair.
Imagine you have to put DEF in your generator on board. DEF is like the big.
Well, but
drive your electric
that's
car.
what I'm saying is I think that there's no EPA standards on those because it's a generator. It's not driving the wheels. I don't know the loopholes on all that, but I know there was a thing with that where it's like
I think car companies are just lazy. I think they just don't want to do anything. That's why everything's been the same for the last 10 years.
They want to make money. They don't really care about anything else, I would assume. It's a business. I mean, you just sit in their meeting and they're like, how can we cut costs? How can we make more? And if they have that meeting every quarter, and then they have that meeting every quarter for 10, 20, 30 years, I mean, think about what that meeting is 20 years down the road. Think of the shit you are cutting and the stuff you're trying to make more money on and all that. I mean, it's just going to get cheaper and cheaper. And they want to run this out as long as possible. Like, if you have something people are buying, you just sell it till they don't buy anymore. Then you go and get something new. People are still buying gas cars, four-bangers, shitty trim, boring, crappy. Just people have so much going on in their lives. They're just like not even people that aren't car people just don't think about it. They're just like, oh, I got a bad car, or they just drive it around. It's all fucked up. I don't know.
No, I mean they're just not like the cars is kind of plateaued a little bit. It seems for the most part.
There's some cars that are decent, but it's usually just like the Corvette for Chevy, the M line for BMW. Like, look at all the other BMW's cars. They're fucking horrible. All these weird ass new electric things. I mean, their M line of cars and their SUVs are banger vehicles. Like, it's actually insane.
Yeah, what did that X7 just go like 850s?
Dude,
it was like a turbo X.
It's like
X7
what?
or something.
Yeah, dude, how it's insane. Are you seeing the X3s and X5s just like beating the shit out of so many cars on the street and track?
Well, even Mercedes lineup right now looks so bad.
It's weird.
All of them look so bad.
Mercedes isn't. BMW came back strong with that B58, S58. Mercedes is cool, right? They're luxury, but they didn't. There's nothing that's hitting right now with them. Nothing stands out, right?
Well, even Audi doesn't have like a lot that stands out.
Good cars, great cars, but they don't.
Mercedes does have some cars that are pretty damn good looking, like the AMG Coupe, the AMG sedan, the four-door sedan. It's like a four-door coupe of a sedan.
I like the GT, but again, that's like a 10-year-old design car.
It still looks good. I don't know.
Yeah, but like it's like a decade old now.
Like the new
It's like
M2
Nissan's
that
still
BMW.
making GTRs.
I was about
They
to
just
say
stopped.
they did the GTR for 18, 19
Yeah.
That
years.
was crazy, yeah.
One facelift.
One facelift in 17, and you can take those headlights and put them in a 09. They didn't facelift it that much.
Yeah, the very last year they facelifted it as well because Sissio they had as a brand new bumper. They added some lights.
they've done that every once in a while, but it's just like, oh, we added this little thing here. It's like,
Yeah.
that's okay. But you can take that bumper, put it on an 09, and it looks the same.
Yeah, I think the car companies are just kind of don't care about enthusiasts because the enthusiasts aren't really buying shit.
Well, we're not spending. Yeah, we're not paying all their bills. We're the ones that love their products with a passion, but we're not the ones that pay their bills.
The BMW M cars are. I mean, the
Yeah.
M2. The M2 is exactly what everyone asked for.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's like every single bit of it, and
And they got
sick.
stick shift.
That's what I'm saying.
They were still stick shift.
That's what I'm saying. They asked for all these different features in a car, what makes a cool M car or whatever, and they're just like, here you go. And it's like a banger car. It's sexy too. I want one.
Yeah.
It's a great looking vehicle.
Well, the funny thing is they said the stick shift option can't handle more than 600 horsepower. They were like, it's gonna break at
I'm not
600,
sure that.
which is like, come on, what?
So what do you parts?
Isn't that stock power?
Yeah, what kind of metal are you making out of?
That's weird.
These
Yeah.
3D printed parts in the transmission?
But I
What
think
are
I'm
we
just
doing?
because I've just become more of a stick shift purist over the last few years.
Well, we're the last generation to get them. Like,
But also
and-
because everything's gotten so boring.
I mean, it does make driving literally any car so much more fun. But it's like also, unless you you're going to take CJ out and teach him how to drive stick eventually, unless somebody does that for other kids these days, they're not going to even have any romantic relationship with
My
a
Fox body
manual
in high
transmission.
school, nobody knew. Some kids didn't even know what was going on over there. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing over there in the center?
Yeah, they're used to probably hitting a button.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
Like,
'cause you're
not
a little
even not
younger.
even shifting, just hitting a button.
Forgot.
Yeah,
To go from park
no
to
one
drive.
knew what was how
Oh,
to
shit.
operate that unit.
Because I don't know. It's the only thing that's going to differentiate cars as special in the next 10 years.
So this conversation was had 100 years ago when someone was like, kids are just going to be able to go ahead and push a button and start their car eventually. They don't have to get out there and crank nothing. They don't have to really feel the power of the engine when they crank it over.
Broken wrist.
This conversation was had 100 years ago for something else.
But I think all the automatic cars are going to be not special in the next 20 years.
They're not. That's the thing is they're going to have to make.
All the Ferrari stuff, all the McLaren stuff.
Yeah, I get why they do it. The DCT is a much better transmission as far as how it shifts and everything. But I feel like now Porsche has said this. They will continue to make the manual transmission for
As long as the 911s are around.
for as long as time. But they'll probably just do it on special editions like the ST and stuff like that, which will be super expensive. That's what I think they could do with, like I said, with the Zora or whatever. They make it a limited run, expensive car, but they do offer the manual still. I would love to see the manual live on forever, but I don't think it's going to happen. I think they're just going to make automatics so cheap. DCTs are going to get so cheap and so packageable to put in literally anything. It's going to be dumb to not do it.
And they're good too.
Maybe they'll just put CVTs and stuff. CVT.
No.
Fuck out.
I'm not gonna buy. No way.
If
those
there's
are disgusting.
any car and it has a CVT, I won't. Like my sister was looking at cars like a year ago, and she's like, "Look at this one." I looked at it. No, and she's like, "Why not?" I was like, "The transmission's gonna blow up." I don't know that for a fact. It just said CVT. I just told her
It's gross to drive too. You're just.
Well, you ever drive an X3?
What?
Can-Am X3?
No.
A K&M X3?
Can-Am X3, the
Side-by-side.
side-by-sides?
Oh.
They're all CVT.
Yeah.
Almost all
What's a
side-by-sides are CVT.
side-by-side?
Yeah,
I
it's
don't care
gross.
about that.
It's gross.
But their performance, they're 3-cylinder turbo. People got 2-steps
Yep.
on them. You've watched them race.
I like
They're all
the
belt
gears.
drive.
I like hearing,
I
like
don't
when
like-
you're at the top of a gear and it's just like, and then it shifts. Like that, like feeling is
The CVT works really
intoxicating.
good in
No, I don't care. It's
side-by-sides.
gross.
That's
It does.
great.
Yeah,
Yeah,
side
you
by
know it does. It
I
works
do.
great.
Oh, yeah.
Well, yeah,
That's its place in a
side-by-sides-
utility vehicle.
yeah,
That's
Yeah,
where it should
side by
stay.
sides are toys.
Like, you get a
okay,
rental
we
car,
like cars.
Those Mazdas
Okay.
are yuck.
I mean, hey, once we see a side-by-side-esque, it's because all the companies that have done CVTs have been like Nissan and companies that don't build good things to begin with.
Yeah,
But I worry that when somebody comes out with one that's really good and just keeps pulling along, never slows down pulling.
hey, when that happens, let us know. We'll come down and test drive it with you because you're of course going to buy this car.
Of course.
of course. We'll take for a rip in it. Would you let us know when that car gets made?
They might even make the fake shifting, like the electric Ioniq 5 Hyundai
my
has fake
gosh.
shifting.
Get out of here.
It does like
That's driving me crazy.
it'll like
The-
hesitate for a second
Yeah.
to shift.
Or they just cripple an electric motor.
Or the idea that there's companies out there saying that they're going to make a simulated manual electric car.
That's
like
what
the shifter's there and there's like a delay.
Yeah.
And I'm like, get out of here.
That's what Corvette will do.
My culture is not your costume, okay? My culture is not your costume. All right, get out of here. You cannot put a stick shift in an EV.
Well, Koenigsegg did that with their car.
That one's cool. Get out of here.
Like they're like you don't have to shift it, but there's a shifter.
But you can actually kill it. It'll die.
Yeah, but that could all be simulated in the ECU.
The engine kicking off?
Yeah, what?
Yeah, but I'm saying like it's the way they designed it. Koenigsegg is one of my favorite companies because they designed the craziest stuff that no one's thinking of. But the fact that you can just put it over and put it in whatever gear and you have 8-speed whatever hypercar, or you can put it in first and you can drive it and there's a clutch and everything. And if you pull it out, the car dies. It legitimately dies.
But again, that doesn't mean that it couldn't have kept going. That just means that they have it simulate it turning off.
I get that, but the fact that the car
They're just tricking Fred with marketing.
they don't market. That's the thing. They just make cool shit, and there's like, "Hey, we did this," and people are like, "What the fuck?"
My truck, when you shift it into drive, has the up and down button too.
Yeah.
and it's kind of the same thing.
No, I
just can click up or down.
I
My BMW
I
is
get
a
it.
fake thing. I got flappy paddle. I
Yeah.
have literal flappy paddles, and it's just going through the fucking gears.
I
And
get
that's
it.
the same as the Koenigsegg
I
thing.
still think the Koenigsegg's cool for what it's doing.
Just because they take the space up with it.
There's no other company that has even thought, let's do both at the same time with the same amount of space, and just said to their engineers, make it work. And they made it work. Like it's crazy that they came up with the
but
idea.
any company could technically do that.
But they're not. There's so many companies that have been out there 100 years longer than Koenigsegg that are just like, let's make these shitty commuter cars and then try with just one car in the lineup, which is every domestic car company.
I know, Fred, but they're just tricking you with a shift knob.
I don't care what they're doing. Koenigsegg, if I could afford a Koenigsegg, I would have a Koenigsegg.
They can get away with a fake shift knob.
For me, I would buy that one because it's got the
Can we
fit.
test drive this too? Could you get the CVT and the Koenigsegg, and we'll do like a little side by
we
side
can do
deal?
a back to back.
Yes.
Okay.
I bet you Koenigsegg comes out with a CVT.
Can you stop?
He's gonna be like, well, you see the way, Fred, it just keeps pulling through. It never
is
does the
Fred
stupid
Torture Hour.
shift.
Have you ever seen their free valve
Yeah.
stuff? That's like no one asked them to do that, and they're just like, hey. It's like 30% more efficient. I was like, that'll never work on a car. Like this is actually I think it was a Volvo that we just put it on for the past 20,000 kilometers. I was like, oh, it works too.
I've always thought it'd be so cool to see free valve and like a race motor with a Motec on it, and just to see the technology of how they could make a turbo spool better with total controllers. Like,
So much more efficient.
yeah, that'd be so wild to get into.
And then pair that with a CVT, and it never shifts.
records.
Why? Okay, this is what we're talking about. We're gonna make something really cool, and then there's gonna be that one thing that makes it not cool.
What if they just
for you?
didn't
It's
call
the
it
CVT.
the same? What if they just they were just like, oh, we've redesigned the transmission to never shift to keep it in peak RPM the whole pass.
That would only work if they give it some sort of spicy name, like it's the GTR transmission.
Yeah.
If Koenigsegg does it, I'm sure it'll be fine for him.
I'll like it if it's Koenigsegg.
They'll be like, it's the VTA trans something different.
No, they came up with weird names. Like they have their electric motor that's just like it's like a donut, and it's called dark matter. I was like, that's badass, right there. It's the marketing. I was like,
It's the marketing.
It's
It'll
the
get 'em
marketing.
every time.
It's the marketing.
It could be an electric car, but if they just frame it in the right way.
All right, but those doors though, the doors get me too. I'm a kid.
The doors are
I'm
cool.
a little kid. The doors open. I'm like, oh, that door opened different from any other door I've ever seen. That's the coolest thing I've ever seen.
Like, it's Lambo doors the same way. It's like, how fast, when a new car comes out, does a company already make Lambo doors? I feel like when the C8 came out, it was within 2 weeks there was a Lambo door available.
I think that vertical door, I don't know if it's called verticaldoors.com or whatever, but they're on top of it on that stuff.
Really quick. It's almost like they get the car before it's out just to design it.
They're just like iPhone case people. They get the C8 ahead of time just so we can put vertical doors on this thing.
Yeah.
Well, I see people go to the shows where like the car is not out yet, and they'll bring their entire LiDAR 3D scanner and they'll scan it in the reveal show, out of.
They're not supposed to, but someone did.
I've seen them do that.
Someone did that. They were invited to a unveil, and then like everyone just kind of walking around, and they just like started with people walking around, just started scanning the car, and no one from corporate told them to stop. There's like no one said we couldn't do
They
this.
made a whole bumper and
And then they made a bunch of parts for it.
All right.
So how about this? Who do you think will be the first person to put a CVT in a performance car? What company? One of them's going to do it.
What do you consider a performance car? Because Hyundai says they make performance cars.
Are you talking like Lambos, Ferraris, and all that kind of
Are
stuff?
you talking about like an
Yeah,
actual?
like any performance car, like a Mustang or a Corvette or Nissan maybe make like a new performance car, like a GTR replacement. If it has to, I don't know, if they have to pay like a, what is it, the gas tax, the gas guzzler tax, that probably makes it a performance car.
I don't think they can make a CVT to hold power. So performance would be a stretch in my mind.
But it's also a hard sell. You have to find a market that's okay with. I swear CVTs have. It's been a thing in auto manufacturers that they're still kind of trying to make it feel like there's shifts going on, just so the people who are driving are kind of used to what it feels like. But I don't know. I like to think there's not going to be anyone getting behind.
You know what?
driving
You know what
experience.
it would take? It would take a generation of people that have only been around EVs, and then they finally bring back the gas engine, and it's a CVT, and they don't know any better.
There probably
That's the
is
only-
one, and we just don't realize.
Oh, a good performance
Performance
CVT?
car with a CVT.
We have Google.
It might be like even like a not US car, but like one of those 4-cylinder like Toyotas or even like something along those lines.
If
and
it's
we just
something
don't realize.
regular, maybe, but if it's performance, I mean, isn't that market people that are into cars, automotive people, and those people don't like them?
No, but also,
like if
I
you're in a
don't-
tunnel and you're driving in a Ferrari and you're screaming and it's getting to the top of the RPMs and and then it just goes down into the next one, and each gear is like a totally different experience. Like you just are never getting that from a CVT, and if you took that away from those cars, which so much of like the allure of V12 Lamborghinis or Ferraris or whatever
ask.
Porsches is the sound, the feeling.
There's probably like some Chinese car company that's made a performance CVT, but
car.
I don't think the technology is there to make make them hold power, because it's just a belt that like changes ratios. That's all it is.
Maybe they start using a chain.
Trans.
How about they start using gears and we just use gears?
Oh yeah, it's 145 right now.
Oh yeah, we can leave the next.
Oh, the new Subaru WRX has a CVT.
I was actually thinking maybe the Subaru.
the Subaru WRX.
That's
There you
gross.
go. They did it.
That's really gross.
The Nissan Maxima has it.
Yeah, I know.
The
they do.
LC500H has it.
The H.
Ugh.
Maybe
the
that's
new
why.
Integra has it.
Did you know that the H
Features here.
doesn't sell very well compared to the other one? Maybe that's
Yeah,
why.
but
Maybe because of CVT.
When does Lexus sell a good performance car? The LFAs didn't sell.
They were cool though.
Yeah, but they had the wrong trans too, right? But the new WRX, and I remember hearing Doug DeMuro say he loved that car.
Is he God or something? Is
No,
that
but
what it
he's-
means?
He's the only person I've heard that drove one. I haven't heard another single human on earth talk about the
hang on.
new WRX.
Do they still sell the WRX with a manual option?
Yep.
Then that's fucking why no one bought the CVT
My buddy's
version.
got one. It was actually pretty cool. He's out in Colorado. We got to rip up canyons and whatnot.
sounds fun with the
Supposed to
manual.
be
They
a
added
good
fake
race
gear
deal.
shifts to it too. It says,
Sounds awesome.
and the Nissan Maxima.
Yeah.
Oh, so those the WRX and the Maxima, same realm of car for sure.
The Maxima is actually faster 0 to 60.
WX owners were just offended right there.
I mean, it's faster 0 to 60 and probably cheaper. So it's like, what are you even getting with the Subaru at that point?
Probably not selling very well.
And then the Integra.
R.I.P.
Well, that'll do it, guys. CVT is coming to a dealership near you.
Hopefully not.
And performance cars, Subaru is paving the way.
Hopefully not. One last thing before we go. R.I.P. to your Bugatti. I do
Oh
apologize.
yeah, we
for
didn't even
what
talk about
happened.
that. It's okay, Woody. I'm not mad about it.
Dude, this is ridiculous. I was at a Mockley Raceway, and Cooper's let me borrow his Bugatti scooter. Used it all day and through the night. Kept putting it by the start line under the light behind these two chairs in the golf cart row. Like, I got ADHD. I don't even stay on the start line for very long. I was up there for like 2 or 3 pairs, and then I come back and the scooter's gone. In the last hour and 45 minutes of my night, I was walking, scooting, and golf carting both sides of the entire property, looking in everyone's pits and trailer, the back of their truck beds. Bro, I was fucking looking everywhere for this thing. I had the announcer announce it. He announced 4 times that there's a Bugatti scooter that needed to come back to the start line. He's like, maybe you accidentally took it, just bring it back up. Gone. We waited, most of the whole property was empty, and it never showed up.
Yeah, thieves.
Crazy.
Man.
What's funny is it's
what
like
it is.
they could have stolen like a nicer one.
It was pretty clapped out.
That one was no suspension, and it's been
Oh yeah, I've
beat up
crashed
a little
it
bit.
couple times.
been beat up, but they could have taken.
The light was hanging off.
Maybe
Saw
they
that.
just thought we wouldn't miss it
They
because
saw that
of
red
what it.
badge and they just
I don't
killed
know.
themselves.
The thing is, it might. Who cares if it was $1 or
it
$1,000?
didn't matter.
It's the principle of just stealing something. Like,
Going to a racetrack to
Fuck's
steal
wrong
someone's
with you?
scooter.
Yeah.
it's just like that's just crazy.
Well, Kyle was messaging me about replacing it, and I was like, you don't have to. And if he replaced it, the same deal. I mean, you guys would just borrow it anyways. So it's like, it's kind of up to him if he wanted to replace it, just to have one here for
Yeah.
you guys to borrow.
We might do
We
that.
were thinking about bringing scooters
have
down
an
here to
extra-
keep
yeah.
at your house because we come down and we steal your scooters.
I have an
so much that we're
extra
just like,
9 and he has one too. We were thinking about bringing it down and just leaving them here.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
can use it
which
whenever, and then
is
we'll
a
just
great
use it when
idea.
we need
Yeah.
it.
I was like, we like to come see you every time we stop by. It's nice to come chat with you for a few minutes and then steal your scooters for a couple days.
Yeah.
Steal them.
All right. Well, no hard feelings, Woody. I'm not worried about it. It is what it is.
I'm sorry.
I have a yellow Bugatti scooter as well.
Okay, that's
He's got multiple Bugattis.
Listen.
can't hide money.
All right. Thank you guys so much for watching and coming on. We will see you next time.
Thank you.
Thank you.